Gummit. We spend so much time on these damn opens.
I know. I know.
I mean, it would have been fun. Thank you. It was. He was going to talk about a carnivorous bronco.
I know.
Somehow the Broncos here in Idaho have sharp teeth and they hunt prey.
I was a reach. You caught me. You caught me. I thought it'd fly by for 30 seconds. Anyway,
Coach, I think it's great.
Well, I think having some fun.
And we welcome you to ExtraMile Arena in Boise, Idaho. Two teams that are usually at the end of the season looking to get into the big dance in March. Utah State coming in at 4-0 in Mountain West Conference play, taking on the 1-3 Boise State Broncos. Alex Tabarrio, Pete Gillen, our entire CBS crew. That's a look at your starting lineup. Utah State being led by MJ Collins, who's having a great season, averaging over 20 a game. The Vanderbilt transfer making a huge impact. On the other side, the Boise State Broncos, Javen Buchanan has been their leader, but they have a lot of production, a lot of depth as we get started. Take a look at the series history. The 61st meeting between these two clubs. Utah State leading in that department 38-22. We are underway here in Boise. Again, Alex Tabarrio, Pete Gillen, our entire CBS crew. And Pete, this is a game that Boise State needs in a big way.
They're desperate. As they're saying, a desperate Bronco hunts best. And these Boise State Broncos are desperate. It's a new saying, but it's getting more prevalent lately.
The carnivorous Bronco that Pete Gillen has somehow found here in the state of Iowa. But nevertheless, first miss for the Broncos. And now Utah State, who's been so efficient on offense this season, really on both sides of the ball.
Almost 53% from the field.
This is the aforementioned MJ Collins. Oh, great bounce pass there. They share the ball just about as good as any team in the country. That's Zach Keller that puts it in off the bounce from MJ Collins.
As you said, Alex, 19 assists almost a game. Tremendous. Mismatch on Fielder.
This is Dylan Andrews trying to skip it over to the corner, ends up throwing it right into the hands of Adlan Elamine. Takes it to the rim, misses a little too strong there. A little tie up underneath the basket, going for the rebound. Falslev tied up with it. The Utah State Aggies will get it after the possession arrow. Take a look.
Nice bounce pass. Trying to run with the ball. Nice finish inside by the big fella.
Utah State at 13-1, looking for their third straight 14-1 start. And their second under Jared Calhoun. So inbound from the baseline. Here's Elamine, the freshman. Launches, got it from downtown. Utah State shoots it pretty well from out there as a team at 39%. Elamine shoots it at 33%. That's just his 9th make from 3, but everyone can shoot on this Utah State team.
6'9" freshman from Arlington, Virginia.
Top. Miss. Block. MJ Collins hitting from downtown as we welcome those of you who have just joined us as Texas Tech knocked off Colorado 73-71. We welcome you to Mountain West Conference action. Alex Tabarrio, Pete Gillen, our entire CBS crew. A big Mountain West showdown as the Utah State Aggies unbeaten in Mountain West play, looking for a 14-1 start to their season, taking on Boise State, who's in desperate need of a win. And Pete, as we've been talking about here on the stream, Mountain West play has been dominated by San Diego State, and this team, Utah State, is taking another bucket, and a timeout taken by Leon Rice. A 10-0 run for the Aggies to start this one off.
Going on there.
Welcome back to Extra Mile Arena here in Boise, Idaho. Utah State out to a 10-0 lead over Boise State. Alex Sabario alongside the great Pete Gillen. And Pete, Utah State has been dominant so far in Mountain West Conference play. Boise State was hoping for some energy. They haven't gotten it just yet.
No, great start by Utah State. They're playing with unbelievable confidence. As you said, 13-1. Forget about it. And they're rolling. Won a bunch in a row, 6 in a row. So they're feeling pretty good about themselves.
Had a game just before Christmas with this Utah State team in Logan. They dominated Colorado State, who had one of the top three-point shooting percentages in the country.
Boise State's going to bounce back. They played a brutal schedule, all right? So they're going to bounce back. It's going to take time to get their setting, get their feet set.
Here's Meadow. And foul is called against
Try to attack the basket. MJ Collins, they'll pick your pocket, they'll pick your toes, they'll pick everything. They'll take it away from you. 10 steals a game. I get nervous when I have dinner with you, Alex, when you go for my pocket.
Collins picking up the personal foul here. Utah State, and we've talked about how efficient they are offensively, but they are one of the top teams in the country in getting steals.
10 steals a game.
Nato. Now up top. This is Buchanan. Back out. Nato with one on the shot clock. Lets it fly. Got it to go. And Boise State's finally on the scoreboard.
I love that freshman. Nato from Angola.
Nato got his first start against Grand Canyon the other night. Had 5 turnovers in the game.
He's young. Going to have some growing pains, but tremendous young player.
Left side, three-point attempt again, buries it from downtown. Drake Allen, and you can hear up in the rafters the noise coming down. So many Utah State fans made the 4.5-hour drive here to Boise as we get another three-point attempt up top. Javen Buchanan responds with a 3 of his own.
Leading scorer for Boise State in the last 2 games. As you know, Alex, 29 against San Diego State, 18 against Grand Canyon.
Buchanan was an NAIA All-American at Indiana Wesleyan and making an impact here for the Broncos. Trying to get a pass. That's a deflection. Almost led to a steal, but Drake Allen able to get it back here for Utah State. He launches from 3, too strong. Collins with the offensive board. He puts it back, and he's right there. Utah State always in the right place at the right time.
MJ Collins is a wrecking machine. He scores in a lot of different ways. 20 points a game, as you know, Alex. Right? One of the top scorers in the country. Top 10 or 11, so he's a heck of a player.
Nato way outside with Collins in his face. Rebound. This is false.
Yeah.
False left. He's got it here for Utah State. Dumps a pass underneath and a nice feed. Bounces around and finally drops in for Drake Allen, the former Utah Valley Wolverine.
Utah Valley is one of the oldest teams in the country. False left went on a mission. He's 24. Rusty Baker's 24. That helps when you have that experience. Very talented, very experienced.
Utah State has made 6 of their last 7. Three-point attempt off the mark there. Under the basket, goes out of play. Utah State out to a hot start. They've made 6 of their last 7, making buckets. College basketball on CBS is presented by Fresh Pet. Back here in Boise, out to a hot start. College basketball on CBS is presented by Fresh Pet. And so far, so good for the Utah State Aggies as they try to go unbeaten in conference play here against the Boise State Broncos. Alex Sabario, Pete Gillen, glad to have you with us here. And just as advertised are the Utah State Aggies, efficient on offense. They're getting some steals defensively, but Boise State has kind of turned it on here as we take a look at the Fresh Pet keys to the game here, Coach.
Yeah, right now for Utah State, second chance points. Get second and third shots. Points off turnovers. Do a great job turning people over. The boys, you protect the rock. Don't throw it away and eat the glass. Both these teams, rebounding is the key to both these teams. You know, it was funny, you were going through your notes yesterday as we went through both practices and shoot-arounds. You were like, Alex, this is the keys to the game. They're the exact same. Exactly.
They were exactly the same.
I was experimental admissions in college, so it's better when they're both the same.
I don't know if you were checking notes or what you were doing, but it seems like both coaches had the same mindset going into this. Oh, Carmichael lets it fly, and we're going to get a shot clock violation here. You know, a lot's been made about Utah State's offense, but their defense has been tremendous this year. They're among one of the top teams in the country when it comes to steals. If you take a look at the shot clock violation here. Yeah,
they do a great job, but they're very physical.
Yeah.
Right? They're very, as you know, Alice, you had them already before against Colorado State. You did a great job in that game. But if the referees let them be physical, that's an advantage for them.
Boise State, we're used to hearing that about them on defense, being a physical team in the Mountain West. As we get a Colby King shot from long range, that's off the mark.
He's a terrific shooter.
Offensive rebound here for Utah State. Outside. King launches again. Whoa. Got it to go this time, and he's fired up too.
No, he's a terrific shooter, as you said.
Colby King hits it from 44% from downtown. He's on his fourth different Division I program. He did Butler last time out, or last season out. We get 3-pointers from the wing this time. And they're just trading threes right now as Nato hits from downtown.
How about Nato? Freshman, he's not shy.
Still a 20-9 advantage. The Aggies have made 7 of the last 9 shots. King into false left, coming off the screen, and we get a shove from behind as he comes off and gets the ball. And the Bluebirds come out.
Go crazy, yep.
You know, Leon Rice very critical of the crowd the last time out against Grand Canyon, a loss for the Boise State Broncos. He said he was thankful for the fans that showed up, but he said easily one of the worst crowds of the season, but he's got a good crowd in here tonight.
Yeah, he does. But when you lose 2 in a row, triple overtime game, as you know, to San Diego State, right at the Grand Canyon, you're ready to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge. You find it, you're a little down. So he's ready to explode.
They're making some noise tonight. He said even when they made a run in that game against Grand Canyon, that the lack of energy in the building prevented them from coming back. King. Templin. Good defense here for the Broncos. Templin takes it in, gets his shot blocked out of play, and the shot clock expires. And the referee's coming over to talk about it just to make sure that it's not a shot clock violation. So you take a look at Jared Calhoun, his second season at Utah State, former head coach at Youngstown State, and Leon Rice now in his 16th year here as Boise State, winningest coach in program history. And you're going to put 1 second on the shot clock here, and Leon Rice.
That's a review, the challenge.
Take a look at it here. There's the block, and it goes out of play. It looked like there was still time on the clock. We're going to step aside for 30. Utah State awaiting the official decision. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to Boise as the Broncos in the middle of a challenge here to check a shot clock violation as they trail 20-9. This is the look at it here, Coach, on the drive in from Carson Templin. So there's the bounce off of the stanchion here. So you get the block here. It's an appeal. And the clock does not hit 0 until after it hit the stanchion. So the officials saying it should have been 1 second on the shot clock. And Leon Rice said he wanted him to check it. And this is a long review here, Coach.
Yeah, it's close. It might be like half a second, 5/10 of a second.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to take one more look at it here, Coach. Now remember, it's not actually out of bounds until it hits somewhere out of bounds. So it doesn't hit the player, it doesn't hit the stanchion until
the ball
1 second
went off of Utah State. It will be Boise State's ball underneath, and Boise will retain its timeout.
And
they still have a challenge.
That was the other question, is that they said it was Utah State ball with 1 second on the shot clock. And the call is overturned, so Boise State will have possession. It'll be a Utah State turnover. So it works out as being a challenge for Leon Rice's club. Alex Subario, Pete Gillen, our entire CBS crew here in Boise for what's a big game for Boise State and a traveling violation called against the Broncos, so they turn it right back over. That's the freshman Spencer Ahrens, who scored just 2 points against Grand Canyon and none against San Diego State, but had 12 points in their conference victory against New Mexico.
Boise State has about 12 turnovers a game, which is too many for a good team.
This is a Utah State team that forces the highest amount of turnovers in the Mountain West. That one nearly thrown away. So get it back to Drake Allen.
Drake Allen's a veteran play, 24 years old.
Nice bounce pass to the cutter. Gary Clark with the finish. And this is a guy in Utah State that said, we can keep him on the floor. He makes an impact. He gets in foul trouble quite a bit, Coach. If they can keep him on the floor out of foul trouble, he is a huge impact player in the middle for Utah State.
Good rebounder, good defender. You need people like that. You can't have all shooters.
Drake Allen. I beg your pardon, Gary Clark. He transferred from A&M Corpus Christi. They get inside to the Broncos. Oh, high off the glass there from Spencer Ahrens.
Heck of a shot. Nice pump fake.
22-11. Still some noise in the building here. Utah State holding the Broncos at arm's length. Clark to Collins. Bounce it to him, but it was right at his shins. Tough for him to handle.
Break out, nice bounce pass. Nice finish by Gary Clark. Boise come down. Hey, Hearn, step through. Pump fake. You got a good one here, Boise. Stay with us.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Fresh Pet. Healthy food fresh from the fridge. By Old Trapper Beef Jerky. What's your beef? And by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
Back here in the capital city of Idaho, Boise. Broncos and the Aggies. Take a look at what's going on here, shooting percentage-wise. Utah State, we talked about how efficient they've been all season long, shooting at just under 70% from the field, 4 of 6 shooting from downtown. Boise State's really only contribution has been from the outside, shooting at 38% both from the field and from downtown right now. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Collins got to get it up, and he draws the foul, shooting a wild 3, desperation shot, and he was able to draw the contact.
Take a look at it. We got great camera crew. Pump fake. Yep. I think so with the body.
It goes
Close.
in.
It's close.
Goes into Dylan Andrews, but Andrews was the one that was kind of caught up into the air.
Yeah. When it's not going your way, Alex, it's not going your way, right?
Exactly. So MJ Collins with the make from the free throw line, already was 6 in the game, and leading this Mountain West in scoring right now, just under 21 per game. The Vanderbilt transfer, guy that was used to averaging just about 7.5 points per game the last couple of seasons, but he's come here into the Mountain West and made a huge impact.
Tremendous confidence, tremendous talent. He played for Mark Byington, who was my grad assistant years ago at the University of Virginia. Mark's doing a great job right now. They're undefeated for Vanderbilt in the SEC.
Collins an 86% free throw shooter. Misses there. Back come the Broncos on the other end. Little scoop shot attempt off the mark, but an offensive rebound by R.J. Keene. Moving to the baseline. Back out with 13 on the shot clock here. Shot taken. Ahrens from downtown. Misses.
Alex, it's a saying. The legendary John Wooden said, be quick, but don't hurry. Don't be out of control. Looks like right now Boise State's a little frenetic because they're down. You have a little more poise. Slow it down a little bit on offense.
Aggies to a 13-point advantage. One of the highest point differentials in college basketball at the moment. Fielder. Ball fake. Back to the left corner here to Keene. Spin move and a whistle. Meadow draws the foul.
Yeah, it's physical. I'm going to wear a helmet myself out. Get nervous.
Foul's going to be on Carson Templin.
Drive, Meadow trying to get hit once. Goes again. Hit him again. Leon Rice. Very frustrated right now, losing 2 in a row. Especially the triple overtime game. Epic game at San Diego State.
Yeah, that's a game that they would certainly like to have back, as they had their plenty of chances. As we get a whistle, and they turn it over on a 5-second call.
Yep. That's what they do. Because State does a great job turning their opponents over.
It's turnover number 4 for the Broncos now. Perryman to Collins. Off the mark there, hits only glass. Oh, what a steal and a jam! Hadlin Elamine, right place, right time, stuffs it home for Utah State.
Rising star for Utah State. He's only a freshman, averaging 5 points a game. Great talent.
Boy, Jared Calhoun loves his freshman class, especially the combo of Perryman and Elamine. Bronco fans a little antsy right now. Andrews pulls up, puts it in, count the basket and the foul. Broncos needed that.
He got hit.
And that foul's on Collins. That's his second foul.
Big one. Now, Utah State's really deep. Leading scorer right now for the Aggies.
But can they keep the lead where it is? And MJ Collins has to go to the bench. No one at the table, though. Are you surprised, Coach?
A little bit, but you know, Coach Calhoun knows his players. Little press here by Boise State, 1-2-2. Go back to man. They're doing that to try to change the tempo, get Utah State out of the rhythm a little bit.
Elijah Perryman, another one of the freshman duo that's been making an impact so far. What a pass inside. Clark with the spin and the finish. Gary Clark, the transfer out of A&M Corpus Christi, all Southland Conference. Got a 7-foot wingspan.
Good matchup, Buchanan against Volslev.
Five on the shot clock. What a tough move there, but a foul called.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's going to be against Clark. It is. Gary Clark. Again, we talked about him earlier. That's his first. And shoot around today. The kind of the discussion on Clark was, man, he always makes an impact when he comes in the game, but keeping him in the game has been the challenge.
Yep.
Andrew Meadow, who was tremendous in that triple overtime game against San Diego State, misses from the free throw line. We can catch this Boise State squad back in action as they take on the Rebels of UNLV in another Mountain West showdown. That's going to be on Tuesday, 11 Eastern, right here on CBS Sports Network. That's usually past Coach Gillen's bedtime,
yep,
but he'll be up
question.
watching that one.
No question.
MJ Collins has been subbed out. So Coach finally, I guess, listened to reason there to get him out of the game.
Got to be patient. Got a good lead. Now, if they cut it down to 5 or 6 points, then maybe you bring in your leading scorer.
Knocked away, last touched by the Broncos. It'll stay here with Utah State with 18 on the shot clock. physicality starting to pick up a little bit, especially on the perimeter. Driving it in is Perryman. Tough move, and he was kind of pushed out of the way was Gary Clark. Nato shoved him in the back as he was coming up for the rebound.
Yep.
And I think that's a pretty good call there on the loose ball foul.
Great call. You box your man out. All right, missed shot. He's up. Yep, you're right.
There's the shove, right?
Nato pushed his man. Yep. Great call.
Had Clark not been in the air, I think they would have let it go.
You said it's hand-to-hand combat on the perimeter. Look at it. Advantage, disadvantage.
Perryman up top, Falslev looking at it. The mayor of Logan takes it to the hole, off the window.
Whoa.
He might be running for office here in Boise, too, if he keeps making plays like that.
We talked with him today. Very personable young man. Went on a mission for 2 years. Only a junior, but tremendous player.
He's 11th in Division I in steals per game, but he can make an impact offensively as well, and he did just that. Right now, the Aggies doubling him up.
He's the heart and soul of the Utah State team.
Right now, Utah State dominating in the points in the paint, 16-4. Drive it. Misses. Too strong on the shot from Fielder.
Nice drive. Falslev attack into the hoop. When you go into the glass, use the glass. Tremendous player, great move, class young man. Utah State really shares the basketball. 19 assists a game. Nice pass inside. Keller with the finish. They share the sugar. Falslev throws it inside. The little guard scores inside. Drake Allen. Gary Clark, he's your man. Alex. Really share the ball. Both these teams are extremely well coached. Calhoun's only his second year now with Utah State. They've had a great run of coaches, Alex, as you know. And Leon Rice is the veteran. He's got the most wins in Mountain West Conference history. Two great coaches.
This Utah State team, it just doesn't matter who they bring in to be the head coach. They're always able to find some quality talent. Any sprinkles. Ryan Odom was here.
Yep.
You know, Craig Smith was at Utah.
Yep.
Just so much good coaching coming through the Utah State program.
And Stu Morrow before that. He was a great coach. So, like you said, tremendous coaches, tremendous fan support. Really a great program.
And Perryman draws the foul. It's going to be this. I believe it was on. It was on Nato.
Oh, yeah, whammed it. That's Nato for sure.
Off of the inbound here. Shot taken by Colby King. Comes up empty. We approach 7 minutes to go, first half. Broncos haven't had a field goal in the last 2 minutes and change. There's a miss. That was a tough shot taken down by Javen Buchanan. Just trying to find anything right now, Coach.
Yeah. Well, Buchanan's a good player in low post, but he forced that one. Wow.
What a drive there from Perryman. Was ranked the 25th best prospect of the state of California. Had a double-double in that game against San Jose State. And Perryman and MJ Collins have been kind of the combination. MJ Collins kind of taking him under his wing as his little brother.
Yep. So that's Perryman's terrific. Having 6 points a game, but lightning quick point guard.
Called him the future of the Utah State program. Down low. Missed it from Perryman. Out of play. Out of play, and its last touch, Broncos, is going back to Utah State.
Perryman, ball moves in a can of worms. Nice finish. Slick, talented, nice young man. Perryman, San Francisco. I left my heart there. Tony Bennett. Coach Calhoun's nice and calm on the bench. Might be pitching and twitching and bleeding from the eyes.
He's had a lot to be calm about this season with the way his team has played.
13-1. South Florida's the only team to beat them.
Perryman from three, in and out. Buchanan's got the board for Boise. And whistle. Take in by Andrews. Broncos have won of their last 7 from the field. They have not scored in the last 3 minutes and change.
These referees are 3 great officials, Alex, but they're letting a lot go. So as a coach and a player, you got to adjust to the physicality of the game.
Elamine picking up his first foul. Utah State, we talk about balance. You were telling me about Boise State and how balanced they are, and then I'm saying, well, look at Utah State tonight. 13 field goals, 8 different players for those field goals.
A minute step.
14 of the shot clock. Shot in the corner, an air ball. And the folks in the upper deck. We got a whole Utah State student section up in section 57. We'll tell you why a little bit later on. Drake Allen. Up top, it's King. Spin move, tosses it up, misses. Tap it around, looking for the rebound. Couldn't get it. Carmichael's got it for the Broncos.
Carmichael's a good scorer. He's got to give him a little lift. Pass it and come get it back.
Carmichael's only attempted 1 shot so far tonight. Gets the ball there. King with pursuit, nearly took it away. Nice pass down there from Carmichael. Trying to get it to Parolin, he misses. And we got to get a goaltend here. So that ends the scoring drought. They needed to see 2 points go up there in a big way, Coach.
Yeah, no question.
There it is, Zach Keller.
Collins is back in the game now with 2 fouls. Got a little bit of a cushion. That's a good move. You got to play to win, not to lose.
Collins, as you mentioned, playing the 2 fouls on offense here for Utah State. With the basketball, though, is Drake Allen. Bounce down low, looking for the slam. Zach Keller misses on the jam. Here come the Broncos. And a whistle away from the basketball, just as the Broncos were working into their offense.
Keller, good job by contesting the shot, but it's a big miss. Boise can score, get a little momentum.
4:20 to play here in regulation. Coming near the break zone. Fielder. And the foul is drawn. It'll be against Utah State.
Yep. Mason Falslev now. Here we go, he drives. Falslev, one of the top steal guys in the country. 2.5 steals a game. That was close.
Be the 1+1 now here for the Broncos. Fielder. Tomorrow morning at 9 Eastern, head out to the pitch and catch a Scottish Professional Football League showdown as Dundee hosts Heart of Midlothian. That's right here on CBS Sports Network.
Boise State shoots 76% from the free throw line. So if I'm coaching them, I'm saying, all right, swing it side to side, but go to the rim. Try to get to the free throw line to stop the bleeding.
Falslev found an opening, taking it in, up and under, has it rejected from behind. Fielder with the swat.
Transfer from Georgetown, nice block. Nice penetration, up, under. Fielder says, no, not on my watch. Great block by Fielder. Boise State coming back. I've been watching Utah State games for many years, doing a bunch of their games, way back with Coach Merrill and Dan, a bunch of the guys. Great success. So congratulations, it says. Keep doing the same thing. Okay? Keep working together, believe in each other, dream big. You guys can do anything you want to do. Well,
There's kid coach Jared Calhoun. He didn't pay your speaker fee for that. You went out you went out there and gave a nice speech and got some motivation going for the Utah State Aggies.
I hope the players listened a little bit. My wife doesn't listen to me, but maybe the players listen. But I don't want to mess them up. Coach Calhoun's doing an unbelievable job. You know, he played for Coach Wally Massimino, who I coached for at Villanova, so we got something in common. But I didn't expect that. He said, don't do the Gettysburg Address.
What a shot there as Utah State making an impact. Well, it seems to be whatever you said to them, coach, is working.
No, they don't need me to. 13-1.
There's the steals. Collins takes it. Oh, what a move from MJ Collins.
Yep.
He felt the pressure from behind, went ahead and decided, I'm going to go reverse.
Great move.
Beautiful play there from MJ Collins.
Yeah.
He's been making plays like that all season long.
Great player. Chances from Vanderbilt, you said before.
Shot from downtown, off the mark for Boise. Allen, back to Collins, finds some room. Oh, that looked like a hole there to get that room.
Forget about it.
Leon Rice is beside himself because it looked like that was a hold all the way from Carson Templin that freed Collins for that three.
Here we go. Steal, he did great at. MJ Collins up and away. Nice, using the rim as a protector. Says, hey, I can shoot too. And he scores on all three levels, Alex, as you know. Three-point shooting, mid-range game, and getting to the basket. Jared Calhoun takes him out, smart move. Collins got 2 fouls, leading scorer for the Aggies.
Andrews to the line here for Boise State. Right there. Coming up on AT&T at the half, we'll join host Brent Stover along with Walden Zerbiak, John Henson, John Rothstein. They'll get you caught up on all the highlights from around college basketball. It's all coming up on AT&T at the half.
You know, Alex, I'm not an expert on judging teams. Utah State, to me, looks like a top 25 team.
Well, there was the question on whether they would be ranked going into this game. They're a team that's getting votes. And Leon Rice even said in the post-Grand Canyon game press conferences, I'm surprised that they're not ranked coming into this game.
I am too, Alex.
I think there's some questions on the preseason schedule before you get to Mountain West play. But beyond that, they've been as good as any team in the country.
I think that's terrific.
Drake Allen. Outside, Elamine for three. Yeah. Too strong. What a tap out. Falslev takes it in. Finger roll. Got it to go. Mason Falslev.
Utah State 16th in the net.
The Cache Valley native, nicknamed the Mayor, won state championships in high school in both football and basketball. Actually got more offers to play football.
Yeah.
Oh, an offensive foul called against the Broncos underneath the basket.
Offensive foul, Broncos, number 20, Drew Fielder. 16.
Elamine with a long shot, he missed it. Nice step out. Falslev, nice finish. Veteran player. We enjoyed talking to him this afternoon, Alex, right? Meeting him, class young man.
Oh, absolutely. One of the older statesmen on this Utah State team. They're going over to check the physicality on that last play. So take a look, and it looks like King got hit hard. That was on Fielder. Take another look at it. You see the contact. Looked like he got it in the face. Doesn't look intentional.
No.
But the referee
stands a common foul on white 20.
So
Yep.
stays a common foul.
Yep. No, didn't look like a flagrant one to me. pushed him, but he didn't throw an elbow in his face or try to hit him.
Officials for this game, Vern Harris, Nate Harris, and Brian Anslinger.
Veteran crew. Vern Harris has done many Final Fours, as you know, Alex. Terrific crew, but they got their hands full. This is a physical, hand-to-hand combat game.
Utah State shooting at over 58% from the field right now. They've made 4 of their last 5. Here's King. Good ball fake on the pass and comes up with the finish.
Utah State shooting almost 53% from the field. Right? Tops in the country.
Boise State just 6 of 22 in the last 10 minutes. They've only made 2 field goals, have the Broncos.
Ready the defense by Utah State.
Under 90 seconds to go, first half. This is what Utah State's been doing to teams all year long. Toss it up. Miss. Too strong. Rebound. Grab by Elamine.
Utah State's doing a good job recently in their matchup zone. Played man-to-man early. Going to the 2-3 matchup with a foul trouble.
Boise State 1 of their last 9 from the field. They have no field goals in the last 3.5 minutes.
Once again, credit Utah State's defense.
Under a minute to play now. This is Allen with 10 on the shot clock. Allen making a move. Knifes his way through. They got a hand in there. And a takeaway. Here come the Broncos on the break. Inside. Good finish there, Dylan Andrews. They needed that. 43 seconds to go. Broncos get to within 20. Taking a timeout. $20-point lead for the Aggies of Utah State over Boise State. Taking a timeout with 43 seconds to go here. Let's take a replay here.
Utah State does not have many turnovers, only 12 a game. Here Boise State takes advantage. Nice pass. Dylan Andrews ran from UCLA. Nice finish.
That was just the second turnover of the game for Utah State. 7 on the other side for the Broncos. 43 seconds to go. Aggies with a basketball here. And we're going to whistle and a blocking foul called. Fans all thought Allen was the one who initiated the contact. And I think they may have a case.
Yep, let me see. Good. Looked like an offensive foul to me.
He's got his arm up and high. Allen might have got away from him. What do they say? Ball don't lie?
No question. Rim doesn't lie.
By the way, that's the second foul on Keene. And we get a carrying violation on Dylan Andrews. So it's going back to Utah State. Turnover number 8. Less than a second differential between the shot and the game clock. This likely will be the last shot of the period. Allen with 8. Falslev with 6. Falslev with 2 on the clock. Buries the shot just as we go to break. And that was an absolute dagger from the Cache Valley native, the mayor of Logan, Mason Falslev, with an absolute ice-cold shot with the shot and game clock winding down.
Great shot.
Utah State with a dominant performance here in this first half, shooting at 61% from the field right now and over 50% from downtown. College basketball on CBS is presented by Fresh Pet. Big lead for the Aggies. Getting ready for the second half. College basketball on CBS Sports Network presented by Fresh Pet. back in Boise, where the Aggies of Utah State taking it to the homestanding Boise State Broncos. And we welcome you back courtside. Alex Sabario alongside the great Pete Gillen. I don't know about the hunting Bronco that you were talking about earlier, because of the Utah State Aggies. They've been on fire.
Unbelievable. Utah State put on a clinic. Offensively, 61% from the field. Defensively, held Boise State to 23 points. This team is top 25. I'm not the smartest guy in the room. They're a top 25 team.
Not ranked yet, but they might be after this win here. MJ Collins might be the player of the year in the Mountain West. This is what he can do when he gets help from his screeners, Coach.
Here is a screener play. MJ Collins sets a screen here now for Falslev. All right? Now we get a screen for him. Screen for him. He comes off now. He gets it. He has a little bit of space now. You throw him the ball. This man goes under the screen. Time, 47% from three-point land. Easy money. Great call by Coach Calhoun. Great execution.
Well, let's take a look at the game summary brought to you by AT&T. Look at the points in the paint there, Coach. That's been a big story, but also the turnover differential. Look at what they've done on the points off turnovers.
Yeah, points off turnovers, 22. Look at this. 61%, it's unbelievable. 8 turnovers, too many for the Boise State. All right, but my late great boss at Notre Dame, he's still around, Bigger Phelps, said it's a 40-minute game. Long way to go, Alex. Game's not over. It's not over yet.
Well, there's been a lot of support here from the Utah State faithful who have made the trip here. We'll have more on that in a second, but what energy we've seen in this building, really from both fan bases. You got to be impressed with the turnout for this one as we get ready for the second half. Utah State up 23 on the Broncos. Alex Sabario, Pete Gillen, our entire CBS crew. All right, what does Boise State need to do here as Andrews launches from long range? I guess it's make shots like that, huh?
Make shots. I like to see him drive the ball more. Attack the basket off the bounce. Try to get Utah State into foul trouble. He starts on defense now. Can't give up 46 points and a half.
Shot from the baseline, off the mark. Out of bounds. Go back to the Broncos.
Nice pass. Dylan Andrews, transfer from UCLA. Off a screen, bang. Heck of a player. Can do it all. Handle the ball, score, shoot.
Looking for a backdoor pass. Ends up being a bad one, out of play. Last touch, Boise. It goes back to Utah State.
That's what Boise does so well. They get steals, deflection.
Coach, this is your first opportunity to see this Utah State team up close. What stands out to you the most?
They're balanced. They can score and they play good D. Very impressed with that. A lot of weapons and they're very deep.
Here's Allen. Out to Collins, launches, draws some contact, buries it. And he's been making plays like that all season long. He's got 15. That's his third made three of the game. Looking for a response. A miss there, contact underneath, and it's going to be against the Aggies.
MJ Collins, give him a screen. Easy money for him.
Great screen there. Keller. Keller picking up the personal foul. His second. Nice pull up there. Andrews got it. That was pretty.
Right now it's a one-man band for Boise State.
Dylan Andrews in double figures with 12. Between him and Nato, they've been the only efficient Broncos on offense. Here's Collins with the take. Drives it. Misses that time. Plenty of contact down low. Here come the Broncos in transition. Andrews with the pull-up. Kind of stuttered with his steps before he let it fly. Offensive rebound. And a putback is good. Dominic Parolin, the Lehigh transfer. And the lead is cut to 19. It is loud in here. Allen to the rim, tapped out of his hands, out of play. Last touched Broncos. It'll be Utah State ball with 17 on the shot clock.
Long shot, long rebound. Nice offensive board, attack of the basket. Nice step through, nice finish. That time, Utah State. by Boise State.
Collins going off the screen in the inbound and draw some contact there on the inbound pass.
The foul, Broncos number 6.
And Utah State coming in at 13-1 as Carmichael commits the foul. 4-0 at conference play. Utah State started 16-1 last season. This would be their third straight 14-1 start as we get a miss from Elamine from downtown. In transition, this is Carmichael. Inside, left-handed, late is good. And now it's 17.
Witty run by Boise.
It's a 6-0 run for the Broncos. Collins looking to respond. Gets it to Falslev, to Elamine, left hand. Couldn't get it to go, but a foul, and he's got free throws coming up.
Pearson Carmichael, nice drive. Left hand, nice finish.
Drew Fielder picking up the foul. It's his third foul. Something to watch out for the rest of the way. As Elamine hits from the foul line. Doesn't go there often. It was just his 12th free throw attempt of the season.
He likes shooting threes. Rare air.
At 73% entering this game. Knocks them both down. Utah State lead back to 19.
I like that move by Coach Jared Calhoun. Attack. Boys, you starting to get comfortable. Full court man pressure.
Fielder. Double comes. Back out to Andrews. 10 on the shot clock. Carmichael. Launches from three. A little too strong. Offensive rebound, Parolin. Looking to get closer. Nice up and under. Puts it in. Top the basket and the foul. That'll wake the crowd up here in Boise.
Yep. Parolin, very physical. They need that.
Parolin only had 2 in the last game against Grand Canyon. Templin committing the foul, his second.
John Parolin to the line. One shot.
Parolin. Transfer from Lehigh. Completes the three-point play. And slowly the Broncos are chipping away here.
40 minutes is a long time.
Here's Collins. Launches. Oh, he said he got fouled on the arm. Ends up in the hands there of Templin. And he lays it in after the air ball.
Big rebound by Templin. Got to stop the bleeding.
Andrews. Trying to work in on Collins. Tosses it up, looking for the alley-oop. Didn't go, but a kick out after the miss. Shot from long range, off the mark. And here come the Aggies in transition. And Falslev draws some contact. And he'll have free throws when we return. Boise State's got some energy back, but Utah State's still up big here on the road. Back here in Boise, Mountain West showdown between the Utah State Aggies tied for tops in the conference. Let's take a look at some news and notes from around the Mountain West. San Diego State, they're the other team at the top of the Mountain West right now. We've got them next on CBS Sports Network as they take on Fresno State, 11:15 Eastern Time tip-off. See what they've done in terms of their depth. New Mexico, 5 players averaging over 10 points per game this season. They're right behind. And then the Wyoming Cowboys putting up big numbers on offense, Coach.
They can really score. They do score. It's a great league, the Mountain West. Last year, as you know, Alex, 4 teams went to the big dance. Year before, 6 teams went to the NCAA tournament. Year before that, 4 teams. So it's a great league. Certainly a big-time basketball.
Mason Falslev drew a foul just before we went to break. At the free throw line now. Falslev gets him to go there.
Yep.
Now he's got 9 in the game. that big three just before the end of the half. Lead back to 20 here for the Aggies. This is what they've been doing all season. Point differential right around 20 points per game. 19.6 is their point differential on the season. That's 12th in the country. Miss underneath, lost out of play. They say last touch Broncos is going back to the Aggies. As Elijah Perryman, the freshman from San Francisco, will check back in. That'll give Drake Allen a blow.
Nice move inside. Just couldn't finish it. Heck of a move inside.
This is Clark. Collins looking for some room. Bounce back to Clark. Looking for a little give and go there. We got a kick ball. Reset the shot clock back to 20 here.
Shot clock 20.
Second half early on, Utah State only 33%, Boise State 50% in the field.
Collins works it inside, draws some contact. I'll tell you what, there's a little Harden in his game, don't you think?
Yeah.
MV Collins?
He's tremendous. He's got more moves than a can of worms. He wheels, he deals, he spins. Here he goes. Forget about it. Go, up fake. Great move.
I mean, the body contortion every time he takes a shot is something to behold. The folks in the corral making some noise. Trying to make Collins miss. He did not. Collins now is 16 on the game. He's averaging just over 20 this season.
Transfer from Vanderbilt. Before that, I think he was at Virginia Tech, Alex.
That's correct, Coach. He's talking about how confident he is this season. He says that confidence is coming really from his teammates and the way they run their offense. And he said about coming here to Utah State, he said, Coach Calhoun, among all the coaches that were interested in the transfer portal, he said, there was no one that took a deep dive into his game as much as Coach Calhoun did. He said, I know that he really watched my film because he told me what I could do and what I could potentially do if I changed a few aspects of my game, and he was really impressed. And that's one of the reasons he's here at Utah State.
Great point, Alex. He did. He said, hey, showed me my offense, what I do. We lost Martinez, a good player. You're going to step in, get a ton of shots. So great recruiting by Coach Calhoun.
Utah State on a 6-0 run over the last minute and a half.
There's Meadow now, very good player.
Outside as Carmichael watches it, but he buries that one. That ends the 6-0 run of the Aggies.
Carmichael can really score. Young player, but he's wired to score.
Carmichael, the sophomore from Bend, Oregon. Just under 9 a game for this Boise State team. This is Elijah Perryman. Collins calls him the future of the Aggies. Misses there. Clark with the offensive rebound. He misses, but a tap in is good from Carson Templin. With the whistle, add it +1.
We see a drive. Perryman attacks the basket. He misses it. No, Clark, no. Again, no. Persistence.
Nato called for the foul. That's his third. Free throw good from Templin.
Once again, Adolph Rupp would love these guys. Team that controls the boards, controls the game.
Got a couple of Boise players now with 3 fouls in Nato and Fielder. We'll whistle down low, foul against Utah State.
And a foul call on the Aggies, number 7, Kobe King.
Foul's going to be against King. That'll send Pearson Carmichael to the free throw line.
At the line.
You know, Coach, Rice was pretty critical of his Boise State team in terms of their intensity and their aggressiveness. And Carmichael, just a sophomore on this team, kind of echoed his coach's statements. He said, we were pretty selfish and soft in the loss to Grand Canyon. He had 7 points and 3 of 8 shooting in that game, but there's some conjecture in this Boise State locker room right now that they need to play harder right now because they've got the meat of their schedule coming up. They have had a tough schedule. Don't get me wrong, Coach. They've had in the early part of their schedule here, Nevada on the road, New Mexico at home, San Diego State on the road, Grand Canyon here at home.
Very tough schedule. How about they went to Maui? They lost to NC State. They lost to Southern California. They beat St. Mary's, which is a great win. You know, so it's a good team, Boise State, but Utah State could be a great team.
Colby King launches, but we got a whistle before he was able to take the shot. And let's see, there's some discussion about it. Colby King says the shot was off, and they say no basket. Meadow committing the foul.
Foul before the shot.
Let's take another look at it.
Perriman with the pass. King.
To see whether or not
There was the
player
foul.
was in the shooting motion before the foul.
Shot that should not count. Meadow
just kind of runs over Carson Templin there.
Yep. Good call.
Yeah.
Took another second and a half, right?
Yeah. And the arm went up before he took the shot too.
Don't forget that Smart Light is the sponsor of all officials.
Continue on the review.
Yep.
There's the foul there.
The foul
There's
occurred before the upward motion of the shooter. Therefore, it will be Utah State ball underneath the basket with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Okay.
There you go.
Yep. Good call. Great camera crew. We saw different angles. We flew them in from Omaha, right, from Miami, Brooklyn. Great camera crew. Led by director Gary Nicholas. Gary Nicholas putting it all together.
.51 to go here in regulation. Boise State's come out with a little more energy here in the second half. We're going to whistle before the ball can even get inbounded. And we're going to get a hold here called, looks like, against Nita. No, beg your pardon. Foul's going to be against Aarons. That's his first foul. Already, Boise State with 17 fouls. Utah State going to be in the bonus. That's 13:51. Templin misses way short on the free throw attempt.
Hand-to-hand combat, very physical. They let it be real physical early, Alex, right? Now they tighten it up a little.
Here's Carmichael trying to find some room to get out of this traffic. Bounce. Now down low. We got a whistle. And Parolin drawing the foul here. Let's take a look at the preseason poll here in the Mountain West. Both these teams picked to be amongst the top. San Diego State, I feel like that's the one that the safe pick every year, to just go ahead and put at the top and then you pencil in everybody else.
Right.
But and it's a pretty good prediction there, the way things have been, although Boise State, again, has really felt the pressure of the early season of this Mountain West. We talked about how tough their schedule has been with Grand Canyon here the other night. They played San Diego State on the road. And then you get Utah State here, who's picked to finish third.
Yep, no question about it. San Diego State was a unanimous pick to be #1 by the coaches. They certainly have a terrific team.
They've been terrific all season long. We'll get them. They're coming up at 11:15 Eastern here on CBS Sports Network.
Yeah. Want to see great basketball? Watch San Diego State play next on CBS Sports Network, Alex, as you mentioned.
.14 to go. Aggies couldn't put on a clinic. This is Perriman. Bounce pass. Down into Clark. Got it to go! Scoring the foul. Gary Clark making an impact with his minutes. Fielder picking up his 4th foul.
Great pass by Perriman. Clark Nice finish. Great basketball. 19 assists a game. When I coach, some of my players thought an assist was a lump on your back. The doctor cut out. Because, no, it's a pass. Some guys wouldn't pass salt at the pregame meal.
Miss on the free throw from Clark.
Out of bounds, Broncos ball.
Never thought we'd hear about Coach Gillen's trip to the dermatologist.
I think that's not necessary, but just trying to make some observations.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. Dylan Andrews inbounding here for the Broncos. Under 13 to go here in Boise.
Now, Meadows, a tremendous player. He's got to step up a little bit.
Meadows taking it inside. And the paint collapses on him. Kick out to Andrews. He misses short on the three. Goes out of play. And it's last touch Utah State. And 9 on the shot clock here. I thought that ball hit the rim. He said no. Andrews gets free. That one does not hit the rim. And it's saved. It hits nothing but net, but the wrong way. Back come the Aggies.
Oh.
And we're going to get a foul called against Utah State. It's going back the other way to the Broncos. Templin, another foul for him, his third.
He had a mismatch, tried to post up. Coach Calhoun, wonderful job, only his second year at Utah State.
Shot taken between off the mark. And whistle again against Utah State.
Foul Aggies on the 11, Fury Clark. His second, 17.
Clark picking up his second foul. We got the 1+1 here.
Yep.
Aaron's going to the line.
1-on-1 both ways. We've got eternity to go. Ahrens is only a freshman, 6'10" from Ontario, Canada.
Ahrens misses on the second. A 20-point game. Under 12 to play. The Aggies looking to move to 5-0. Oh, play inside. Elijah Perryman with some athleticism.
Great move by the freshman from San Francisco. How did he get out of the West Coast?
And Utah State last to touch it, but Elijah Perryman's got the upper deck on their feet.
Perryman, great hustle. It's a three. Throw it down, young fella. Forget about it.
CBS Sports Network's coverage of college basketball continues next with more Mountain West mayhem. The Aztecs of San Diego State taking on the Bulldogs of Fresno State. That's next here on CBS Sports Network. Boise State had a thriller for the game against San Diego State. It's been considered one of the best games of the year in college basketball. San Diego State outscoring Boise 50-29 in the first half. Boise outscored them 50-29 in the second half. It had a triple overtime thriller that would end with the Aztecs winning it 110-107 over the Broncos. A phenomenal game all the way around. And, Coach Rice even told us earlier today and yesterday, a couple of shots go our way throughout this early part of the schedule. We're in a different situation record-wise.
Yep.
And that was a game that he felt they should have won.
Yeah, they had a chance, but credit the comeback. by Boise State, right? Down big against a terrific team on the road. They're down big here, so the game's not over. They're playing a terrific team again, Utah State, but the game is not over.
Andrews from long range, got it. Andrews has been really good. That's his second from downtown. He's got 15 in the game.
Playing a great game. Transfer from UCLA. Mick Cronin, head coach for the Bruins.
Perryman with a nice feed, but just a little bit too far ahead of Falslev, who thought he got tripped. Perryman coming out. There's a shot of it here.
I don't think so.
I didn't see a trip there at all.
No, I didn't either.
Andrews.
Boom.
Misses on the runner. Falslev. Quickly, outlet. Collins to the rim. Left-hand layup is good. What excellent vision and a phenomenal pass.
He can finish.
Carmichael. Too strong on that shot. Falslev in transition. Underneath to the cutter. Drake Allen finishes another bucket. And on the floor on the other end, we've got an injury. Pearson Carmichael on the deck on his back on the baseline. So blow the play dead here with after Utah State making another transition bucket. This time from Allen. And Carmichael noticeably limping, cannot put any pressure on that left leg as he comes over to the bench, and the athletic training staff will take a look at him.
He thought he was okay. He started walking, then the leg gave out on him. Then a lot of pain. Okay.
Let's take one more look at what might have happened here. Went to the deck. Not get a look at his lower part of his body here. The sophomore from Bend, Oregon, on the bench now. And nearly another steal from Falslev. He dives into the bench of Boise State.
Foul Broncos, number 16.
And we get a foul against the Broncos here, so it will be Utah State ball. And that's going to send...
Falslev, as you know, is one of the best steal guys in the country. 2.5 steals a game. Great defense. Bounce pass, boom. He gets it. Aaron's pushed him. Now we got 1-on-1. The defense gets their offense going, Alex.
Aaron's picking up his second foul. And again, the bonus still here for Utah State. Falslev, the front end of the 1-on-1 is good. Falslev now in double figures with that make with 10 points. Falslev, we had a chance to talk to him a little bit, talk to him about it. He misses playing football, but he said he's always felt that he wanted to play basketball this whole time, went on a mission trip, gets a rebound there, goes back up with it, draws the foul again. And Falslev, really that heart and soul of this team. And he's stuck around with this Utah State program. He's a guy that really had some options. He thought he might have been going to Utah initially. Then he goes on a 2-year mission to Brazil, comes back, and Utah State's got a different head coach in Ryan Odom. Ends up redshirting under Odom, then plays for Danny Sprinkle, then goes into the portal because he doesn't know who the head coach is going to be until Jared Calhoun became the head coach, decided to stick around, felt it was the right thing for him and his family.
He turned down a lot of money, Alex, as you know, in the portal.
They love him in the Logan, Utah area, basically a celebrity when he goes around town. So he always has some little kids asking him for receipts to sign. So the strangest thing he's signed walking around town is a toilet seat cover.
I'm not going there.
Yeah. He said he didn't really understand why. He said it was part of someone's Halloween costume, but he signed it anyway.
My name's Wes. I got my own best. I know nothing. He's a celebrity like you are in Texas.
Yeah, I guess so.
West Texas, right?
It's South Texas.
South Texas.
Yeah, yeah. but they love him in the Cache Valley. Again, you talked about him being one of the top players in the country in steals. Came in 2.64 per game in steals. That's 11th in the country. When you have a player like that with the takeaways, it can pay some dividends for you. Falslev trying to catch it there, coming on the baseline. He's knocked out of play. Last touch Broncos. It'll stay with Utah State, who's now on a 7-0 run in the last minute and change. They've made 5 of their last 5 from the field.
Utah State has great depth. You know, you keep coming at you in waves and waves.
Collins off of the inbound. Found some room, decides to take it himself from long range. Probably not the shot Coach Calhoun wants from him. Ball still on the floor, coming after it. Good hustle there as Allen gets it back out. Collins from the corner, but he got it that time.
What a pass.
And Jake Collins buries another one from downtown, his 4th from long range. He's got 22.
How about the pass from Drake Allen?
Aarons puts it in down low. That ends the 10-0 run for Utah State. Utah State's made 6 of the last 7 from the field. They've been relentless offensively, shooting it at 58% from the field and 44% from three-point land. Falslev out to Elamine, takes it in, draws some contact and puts it in off of the window.
Only a freshman, Arlington, Virginia. Rising star for the Aggies.
I'm already looking ahead to January 31st. I know it's a long way to go, but that's the first San Diego State-Utah State matchup. And I'm wondering just how good this Utah State can be. Let's take a look at the hustle plays here.
Great hustle, get on the floor. Penetration by Allen, money man, MJ Collins, bottom. 47% from three-point land. Forget about it. Alameen with the finish.
Utah State on a 12-2 run over the last 2.5 minutes. They're shooting nearly 60% from the field in this game. And I would argue, Coach, that's been a tough 60% to come by for Utah State because Boise State has been physical. They've tried to make plays happen, and Utah State just keeps making plays themselves.
And Boise State's an excellent team, Alex. They're not beating, a weak team, but beating a terrific team.
They're going to be licking their wounds after this one, losing 2 straight at home, falling to 1-4 in conference play. This continues for the next 8-14. Falslev looking for Allen underneath. Great feed to him, just floated it up for him.
Yeah. Carving him up.
Another assist for Utah State. That's their 17th assist as a team tonight.
Yeah. They average 19 a game. One of the best in the country.
Now 38 points in the paint. Inside. Make there from Andrew Meadow.
Meadow's a terrific player. We haven't heard much from him tonight.
25 points in that triple overtime game against San Diego State. Way outside here from Allen. Well, if they're falling from that far, Allen nearly hit that one from the State House. 30-point lead now for Utah State. Baseline Jay. That one's good. Andrew Meadow.
Utah State shoots 38% from downtown, but exceeding that tonight.
Here's Falslev, takes it in and a whistle before he could take it to the rim. And they're calling offensive foul on Utah State. And it's going to be against Falslev. See the play here. Falslev on the drive. Foul called. Back in a moment. Jam! Hadlin Elamine, right place, right time. College basketball on CBS is presented by Fresh Pet. Let's revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by Fresh Pet.
Well, Utah State, 24 second chance points. Boise 13. Great job for the Aggies. Points off turnovers 21. Boise only got 3. Protect the rock. 11 turnovers isn't too bad. Eat the glass. It's pretty close. Both teams have rebounded pretty well, but you got to love second chance points by the Aggies. 24-13 and points off turnovers. Forget about it. 21-3.
And coming into this game, Coach, you were asking me, Alex, you've seen this team, what would you say? It stood out to you. I said, just efficient.
Yeah.
Efficient for Utah State, both ends of the floor. They take advantage of their opportunities, no matter who's on the floor.
I love that they're balanced offensively and defensively, Alex. First time I've seen it in person.
Utah State's made their last 4 field goal attempts. Drake Allen with it now, here for the Aggies. Get it to Falslev up top. Float a pass down into Templin, and he has it taken away from him by R.J. Keene.
Whoa, he pushed.
Carmichael up in the air, off of the window, and that's good.
Carmichael's wired to score. He's thinking score. Good, aggressive offensive player.
Some of the Boise State faithful already made their way to the exits in this one. That's been a concern for Coach Leon Rice. Yes, again, MJ Collins buries another one. Collins now with 25. That's his 5th made 3. And, we looked at the numbers, Coach, with Collins about how he struggled from downtown his first few years in college basketball. He's up near 50% from 3. He shoots it at 47% this year.
In his first 3 years, as you know, Alex, he was in the 20s, 27%, 22, 24. It goes now to 47%. It's ridiculous.
Collins picking up his 3rd foul, by the way, on that possession.
Shot fake, boom. Chuck Daly would like that. Violent pump fake.
And the fans that you're hearing are the Utah State faithful from the herd. As we get a miss there from Andrews. They're up in the upper deck in section 57 right now, and it is packed in that section. There's quite a few fans around from Utah State. There was actually a tweet that went out yesterday from Boise State saying that any fan with a student ID, middle school, high school, elementary school, pre-K, if you got a student ID, you can come and sit in the corral, which is the Boise State student section. Well, a lot of folks from the herd at Utah State said, well, we heard that. And we're going to head down to Boise.
Yep.
And we're going to foul out of play. So this was the initial tweet that went out. Hey, let's get some energy back. This is the initial tweet. That was yesterday at 3:12 p.m. Then later, earlier today, a clarification went out. Has to be a valid student ID from a school in Idaho while supplies last. So what Utah State did after that clarification went out, the coaching staff raised $1,000, and then I think they raised as much as $3,000 for any of the folks that were already on their way. It's 4.5 hours away, Coach, to here to Boise from Logan. As we're going to make underneath there from Falslev. And it ended up being a good contingent coming into this building from the herd to cheer on their Aggies, hopefully for them, for a 5-0 start in conference play.
Yep. 2 great basketball schools.
And there's another steal from Falslev. He gets a lot of them. Behind the back, takes it to the rim and draws some contact. He'll go to the line.
I mentioned before, one of the top steal guys in the country. 2.5 steals a game.
There's the herd making some noise in the upper deck in section 57.
Got to go to class tomorrow. A lot of them studying remotely, I think.
Tomorrow's Sunday.
I'm sorry.
But they do got to go to church tomorrow. Maybe Sunday school tomorrow.
Sunday school.
It's going to be a long drive back, but it's going to be a happy drive back for the folks in the herd, it looks like. 4:46 to go in this one. It's Falslev back to the line after making the first. Second one is good. Falslev now with 16. And we know what a good student section they have at Utah State. You and I have called some great ones at the Spectrum there.
Yep. Great tradition, great basketball. Boise State has great tradition too.
Andrews, oh, what a move from Andrews. Just could not finish. Offensive rebound. Parolin goes up with it. That's a miss. Another offensive rebound over to Nato. He'll retreat back out to the three-point line. 10 on the new shot clock. Parolin, here comes the double. Trying to escape out of it. Skips it out to Keene. He's going to launch from 3 with 2 on the shot clock, and he buries it. R.J. Keene played just 6 minutes and did not score in their last game.
It's not his strength, three-point shooting, but it hit that one from way downtown.
Sure, just a 25% three-point shooter is Keene. And ball kind of thrown away, and it's going back to Boise. The Herd, they've been allowed all game from the upper deck, making the long trip. They lead the Aggies. Let's take a look at our Old Trapper Beef Jerky player of the game. And it's got to be MJ Collins, who might be the player of the year in the Mountain West this year.
No question. 25 points, 5 for 9 from three-point land, playing good defense. He finishes around the basket. Tremendous player. At Vanderbilt last year. Scored about 8 a game. Vanderbilt's undefeated. Vanderbilt could use him now. They got a lot of weapons, but this kid, tremendous player.
Collins with 5 made threes in the game tonight. He's 8 of 13 from the field, 25 points. Got a little bit of foul trouble early, Coach. It's kind of surprising he's our leading scorer. This is our look at our undefeated teams this season so far. What a season by Miami of Ohio out of the MAC. We've got a lot of MAC games this season as well. Of course, Arizona, the #1 team in the country, and then 3-10-11 Vanderbilt, you just mentioned.
Iowa State also.
Yep. What a season by Nebraska. Out of the gate. Bounce pass. Down into the post. Parolin. Oh, can't finish. There's been a lot of those. Keene down low. Goes for the reverse. And it's been one of those nights.
No place for the weak at heart in the low post.
Falslev, mayor of Logan. Out to Perryman with 4 on the shot clock. He's just going to let it fly from long range. Missed short. Clark had his hands on it. It goes right back to the Broncos. There's under 3 minutes to go. 3-point attempt in the corner. Misses by a lot. Carmichael able to retrieve it. 88-59 our score, 2:49 to play.
Leon Rice, I've been there. He's got a heck of a team. They'll bounce back. Go through a tough stretch now. I mentioned that San Diego State took a lot out of them. Jerry Calhoun's did a great job last year. 26 wins this year. Might even be a better team.
Carmichael rattles that in. Sub as Colby King comes, and Collins is headed to the bench. Likely will be it for him. Finishing the night with 25 points, a couple of rebounds, and an assist.
Yeah. As you mentioned before, Alex, says Coach Calhoun gave me a lot of confidence, a lot of freedom, showed me where I can run the offense. So he credits Coach Calhoun as well as his own hard work this summer to improve his three-point shooting and his game overall.
Tell you what, I want to know what kind of confidence juice he's been drinking, because you go from a guy that shoots in the 20s, three-point shooting-wise, to being the 9th best three-point shooter in the country at the moment.
Quantum leap.
False left from long range, off the heel, off the top. Back to the Broncos as we approach 2 minutes to go. Carmichael. That misses everything. More subs here. Utah State will send Jordy Barnes into the game. And Tucker Anderson comes in as well. 2 minutes left in this one. Perriman on the drive. Foul is called.
How about the two freshmen that play a lot for Utah State? Perriman and El-Amin, you know, two terrific young players.
They've both made an impact. El-Amin with 9 in the game. Only 1 rebound from El-Amin. His minutes have been a little up and down. It depends on when they needed him, but I think especially with the way that Gary Clark has played and didn't get into foul trouble, they hadn't needed El-Amin as much. And then on Elijah Perriman's part, you see El-Amin there. Elijah Perriman is at the line. He's a guy that MJ Collins, as we mentioned, has kind of taken under his wing. They said they play video games together. They spend some time on the road. Other guys did that for me when I was at Vanderbilt and Virginia Tech before. He says he's the future of this program here at Utah State.
Nice combination of point guards for Utah State. Drake Allen, a veteran guy, 24 years old, poised, right? And you got Perriman, a young guy who's tremendously athletic.
Inside for the jam. Here's from Carmichael. Anderson. Fall away. Coming up empty. 1:10 to go. And the Utah State Aggies once again just putting a thumping on a Mountain West opponent. They beat Colorado State in their conference opener 100-58. They went to Fresno State. That was just a 9-point game at Fresno. Look at the balance scoring here. Collins 25, Halslep 16, Allen 14. They've at least had a couple of double-digit scores in there. Get up a 90 burger. They've been in the 90s the last 2 games and in 3 of their 4 conference games before. With 99-62 over Air Force. San Jose State, they beat them 96-78. So they haven't had the toughest Mountain West conference to this point. So this was kind of a test on the road for them.
Yep.
And shot in the corner. Good there from King.
You mentioned before, he's an excellent three-point shooter, 44% from downtown for King.
Meadow. They count the basket there.
Foul on number 1, Elijah Perriman, his second.
And that's going to send Meadow to the free throw line. Perriman picking up his second foul. Free throw good from Meadow. 93-67. Shot clock is off. Taking it in, and a miss and a foul is called.
It's good to have a couple of good things go right for Meadow, even though the game is decided. He's a good player. Just didn't have a good night.
Meadow back at the line, shooting 2.
Coach Ray's frustrating. I've been there. Great coach. 3 of the last 4 years went to the big dance. Just missed it last year. Think they should have gone. He'll get them going again. You mentioned before they played a brutal schedule. Brutal. Non-conference and conference.
Boise State's got to go on the road, take on UNLV on Tuesday. And the folks from the Herd then made the 4.5-hour trip. It's going to be a good one on the way home. They can celebrate as Utah State, for the 3rd straight season, improving to 14-1. And now 5-0 in Mountain West Conference play as they thump the Boise State Broncos here in Boise, 93-68. And what a tremendous performance by Utah State, shooting at just over 56%, just under 57%. So take a look at the Mountain West Conference standings here. Utah State above San Diego State, who's coming up to take on Fresno as soon as we're done here. They improved to 5-0. New Mexico at 4-1. You can see Boise State down there with San Jose State and Air Force at 1-4. 93-68, the final.
Great win. They did it offensively and defensively, Alex.
For Pete Gillen and our entire CBS crew here in Boise, Idaho, this has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network. We're the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. After the break, our college basketball coverage will continue as we'll send you to Fresno State and San Diego State. A dominant performance from the Aggies here on the road as they move to 5-0 in Mountain West play. Big time win, 93-68 Aggies over the Broncos.